того, що ми проти тих злочинних дій, які роблять ці люди.
Dmitri Bulatov was the leader of the biggest protest group, Automaidan, until he went missing 5 days ago after weeks of threatening calls and attacks on his business.
He was getting calls and text messages that threatened his life if he continued his political activities. His business was paralyzed from repeated official inspections and his bank account for Automaidan donations frozen.
The security services told the lawyer they knew nothing about Bulatov's disappearance and any investigation would take weeks. This intimidation isn't just against the protest leaders. A makeshift hospital close to the front line was smashed up by the police and medical workers are being intimidated. Sasha, a medical student afraid to give her full name, was stopped by police as she headed home. They saw her pass to the headquarters of the National Resistance and immediately detained her, throwing her out into a forest hours later. But what came next was even worse.
That night my father was brutally beaten near our home in Donetsk. His condition is critical. They left a note for my father. It said, "Your daughter talks to the media too much."
Her father was punished after she told local journalists about her detainment.
Sasha's not the only protester to be detained by the police and then dumped here in the forests outside of Kiev in what's beginning to look like a campaign of intimidation by the police, from sending menacing text messages to revoking people's driving licenses and attacking their families. It may not be clubbing people on the front line of the demonstrations, but it's just as threatening. President Yanukovych may be putting on a conciliatory face in his talks with the opposition leaders. But there's an undercurrent to these political manoeuvrings, an attempt to fracture the protest movement by picking off one protester at a time. Turton, Al Jazeera, Kiev.